Being self-disciplined will help you experience resilience so that you pick up the pieces of your life and say, I must push, I must move forward. I am an example of that. I am an example of that. And I know a whole lot of you have gone through a lot. Discussed on the benefits and what you stand to gain as a self-disciplined person. Let's take the last point of this video, which is developing self-discipline. So I have a few on my list, and I'm going to run them as quickly as I can because I sincerely don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so what do we have? Now, the first on my list, for you to develop self-discipline, you need to set a goal. You need to have a goal. Like I said previously, I said when setting a goal, don't set ambiguous goals. Don't set goals that will look unachievable. Don't set goals that will sound too heavy. Just start from somewhere. It's a process. Follow the process, trust the process, and I bet you will get there. So you set a goal and nurture that goal and see where that goal leads you. Nurture that goal and see where it leads, see where it takes you. Just trust the process. That's just it. So now I'll use myself as an example. Before I did my comeback video that morning of my daughter's birthday, I asked my one of my older daughter. So I asked her. I told her. I said, I would really like to shoot a video today. You know, I know that the Holy Spirit has inspired me. You know, to go back to continuing talk about it with Queen Esther. But for me to know that it is the Holy Spirit that is talking, for me to know that I am called to do this, for me to know that, yes, I can do this through Christ who strengthens me, and for me to know that, yes, I am doing the right thing, I want to shoot a video today. I don't want to procrastinate anymore. I just want to be focused and do it today and put this video out there, even if it gets to 11:59 p.m. I'm going to achieve that. And then what made me really say, oh, okay, I have said this with my mouth, but I want to put it into practice. I now answered, I said, okay, can you go talk about it with Queen Esther and let's see what's happening there. I've not been there for a while. Let's see what's happening there. And she did. And she came, Mommy, guess what? I said, what is it? He said, you have more followers from the last time we checked. And I said, are you okay? Followers? Or you made a mistake. Maybe you were supposed to tell me, Mommy, your subscribers have, you know, the number has reduced. She said, no, I'm not joking. See, she showed me her phone. And I'm like, no, please, I'm sure it's network. I called the other one, my other daughter. I said, please, can you check your phone? Go on, talk and let's see. Anyways, we talk about it with Queen Esther as you know, the short form TAWK, Talk Esther, you know. So that's how we call it at home, you know. So I told her, I said, go and check. She used her phone, checked, and she came back and said, Mommy, she's saying she's not lying. Is what it is. And I'm like, I'm sure the both of you, this your phones, I'm not sure they are still normal. I said, okay, take my other phone, check for me. And they checked the same thing. Doubting Thomas like me. I don't know if I should say I started living in denial at that point, or I was doubting, I don't even know. So they checked with my other phone, the same thing. For me to be sure, the last one I said, okay, take this, my main phone. Check now, let's see. I'm sure this phone is the one that will tell me is not up to that number you're talking about. And they checked. I was dumbfounded. I just started giving thanks to God. I said, God, the God that sees me, you are my hero. That was how, in fact, that was, me knowing that the goals that I set concerning talk about it with Queen Esther, because I didn't have self-discipline, I allowed my problems, issues I was going through to weigh me down and to affect the show. But then, in life, we handle situations differently. So I was just thanking God. I said, God, you are the God that sees me. This really shows that I should do this, So so now this brings me to the second on my list, because with that goal that I set, and I'm seeing it coming to life gradually, even though I didn't really do, much, I see it coming to life. It is just by God. And I just want to say thank you again to my fam. Old and returning and new fam, I had you. So let's move on. So I was motivated. That is the next on the list. So it takes us to motivation. What motivates you? I was motivated by the number of subscribers that I saw on my page. And I said, no, that day I was going to shoot that video, no matter how busy I get, no matter how discouraged or how I'm thinking, oh, I can't do this, I must shoot that video. And that was what happened. I shot the video that day and uploaded the video. This is what self-discipline. So now the second is what motivates you. So now this what motivates you. Being motivated, knowing that let me still use my talk about the talk show. What will motivate me will simply means knowing that people are gaining from this talk show, people are gaining from this channel, people are learning things, acquiring knowledge, people are coming on the show to talk about their experiences, to talk about their life, their story. And with doing that, you are lifting up a burden off your chest, and at the same time inspiring someone, encouraging someone not to give up. That is my motivation. Knowing that, oh, tomorrow I'll go somewhere and I will hear from someone saying, do you know, I almost gave up on life. I almost committed suicide. I almost did that, until I came across Queen Esther's show. Talk about it with Queen Esther. And there's a particular topic that was discussed. And the guest said this, or the host said this. And that word, I've been running with that word. And that word has kept me going. That sentence, that statement that was made on that show kept me going. Do you know how I will feel? I will feel so good that a little baby that was birthed is now doing big things in the lives of people globally. That is my motivation. So you need what motivates you. You need to know what motivates you. For some people, money motivates them. For some people, gifts motivates them. So it depends on what works for you. And it depends on the circumstances. Circumstances will tell you what motivates you. So now, the third The next on my list is, you know, for you, you need to identify those hurdles, those setbacks, those mountains, those obstacles, those things, those negativities, those things that you feel will hold you back from being a self-disciplined person. Do you get? You need to identify it. Once you identify these things, once you identify them, what you do, you take them away, send them out of your reach. So how do you identify these things? Take a pen and a piece of paper, write them down. What is it that could make you, to be indisciplined? You can write it there. Too much TV time, too much phone time, too much sleep, this and this and this. You can just write them and paste it on your wall, maybe on your wardrobe or on your door or by your bedside. And when you do that every day before you leave the house, you look at it, you say all these things. I won't partake of you today. I'm not saying you shouldn't watch TV. I'm not saying you shouldn't sleep. I'm not saying you shouldn't use your phone. But too much of it can be dangerous. Self-discipline takes away focus, determination, motivation away from you. So you need to try to be self-disciplined in whatever you do. Someone that is a good planner is a self-disciplined person. If you're not self-disciplined, you can't be a good planner. When I say planner, it could be in every aspect. A coordinator has to be self-disciplined. I want to implore you all to give self-discipline a chance so you can try better. Just from today's date, try and go on 1 month self-discipline. Try and be on 1 month self-discipline mode, and let's see, put it into practice, and bring in all the things you do into this self-discipline, and come back to the comment section and tell us how it has helped you. You can send us an email to tell us, how this video has helped you become a self-disciplined person. Okay, try and put into practice what you have learned, the knowledge you've come here to acquire today. Don't just let it go to waste. Put it into practice and make sure you help others as well. We are all work in progress. Nobody is perfect. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. So as I'm talking to you, I am talking to myself. I am going to put all of this. I'll watch this video over and over again. I'll put all of this into practice, and in 1 month, I believe and I trust that I'll see drastic positive changes, in my life and in all that I do. I love you.